So now let's talk about servers. Now, before that, let's ask ourselves these questions. Have we thought about where all the videos that we watch on YouTube, the movies that we stream on Netflix, the feeds that we get on our favorite social media platform, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, right? Where do they come from? The answer is servers. But what exactly is a server? So a server is simply a computer that provides data or services to other computers that we call client over the network. And the network is obviously the internet. So basically, when you log into Instagram or YouTube, your phone then becomes, or the medium through which you use to access that platform becomes the client. So the server is going to send you the feed, videos, or messages that you navigate to or you try to read or search for. Okay, so some of these services that runs on the servers are applications, databases, emails, and just to mention a few, right? So examples of the servers are web servers that serves websites or web applications, the database service that stores and manages information. So if you log on to an e-commerce website, you enter your name, your date of birth, your credit card information, your address, then of course this data is stored in a database. It's stored and managed in a database. And if you're able to send or receive emails, then thanks to the mail service. Okay. Now servers have different design from our usual desktop computers. Now this is because our desktop computers were designed just to serve individuals, right? So it's mostly light work. But servers, on the other hand, host applications that are accessed by millions of people all over the world, right? So they are designed to be robust and highly performing. So they get to have more memory and then multiple CPUs. They have redundant power supplies and a network interfaces. So if you look at this image, I have red indications that shows that they have at least two of each component, right, on them. This is to keep it redundant so that when one component goes down, the other component will be able to still work. All right. And they also have smaller form factor than the regular desktop computer. So if you look at a desktop computer, it has a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, right, before they can functionally work or they can work optimally. But servers, on the other hand, don't need any of these external or peripheral devices. Once they come in that form, you power them, then they work. There are several ways that you can connect to a server without physically being in contact with those servers, right? And we are going to explore that in other topics in this series. Okay, so let's look at a typical example on the flow that happens right behind the scene when you access a website or a web application. Okay, so supposing you visit Netflix, right? There's a sequence of events that happens. So your client, or you as a client, that is your mobile phones or your laptop, there is the internet, there is a web server, and there is a database server. So I'm using a typical, application that has a database, for example. Now you as a user would enter the website address, so netflix.com. Now what happens is that your browser is going to send this request for the web application through the web browser. Now the web server. Now the web server is going to send this request to the web application. Now what the web application will do is that, so supposing you are searching for a video, then the web application is going to now also request for this application data or the video that you asked for from the database. Now the database is going to feed back the records and then point out the exact place where this video is, and then the web server will now feedback to you, and that is what you are able to see right on your screen. So this is the typical client server model in action, and it forms the foundations of how we use the internet today. The truth is, without these servers, the internet as we know wouldn't exist. Every message, every login, and every video you stream, you can thank servers for that. Now, here is a question. Where do all these servers live, right? Because looking at how they power all these applications to serve millions of users all over the world, then they need a proper home, a place with power, cooling, and networking to keep them running 24/7. All right. And you and I can agree that this is not someone's desk in an office or someone's living room. The answer is straightforward. That is what? A data center. So in the next episode, we are going behind the scenes to explore where these servers live and why they are so important in the digital world. If you found this video helpful, kindly subscribe, like, and share this video. Turn on notifications to be notified anytime I drop a new video. And the name is still TheKloudWiz, and I'll see you in the next one.